If 2020 has proven anything, it is that people like Neil are redundant.
What, Martyn? What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is that racing and racers like you in general just don't have any point. 2020 proved it, and I'm going to do that on the Dirt Shed Show.
Ridiculous. Welcome to the 296th ever Dirt Shed Show, and we're talking bikes as usual. I'm Neil Donahue. That is...
I am Martyn Ashton. Neil Donahue, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks, Mark. How's things?
Good. I'm going to give you a grilling on purpose and sort of in good nature, but I'm going to give you a grilling in this show. But I tell you what, we've got some awesome stuff on the show. We're going to discover how this bike ends up in the bike bin, as well as this hack that could revolutionise the way you use your dropper post. And how does this bike get a super nice? I don't know. It's all coming up. But first, the news.
Thanks guys, time for the news. Now first up we have got news from Atherton Bikes. Yes, Dan, G and Rach are using Crowdcube to raise money for the next phase of their Atherton Bikes project, if you like, their business. So what they're doing is offering the chance for people out there to invest in their business, invest in shares if you like. Now they're aiming to raise about 600,000, but they smashed it. They raised £1 million. And that's basically due to wanting to grow the business and make it bigger and better. What better way to do that than get the riders involved themselves? So yeah, they are booming. If you want to get involved with that, then why not head over to Atherton Bikes and have a little look and see if you want to invest yourself. You can be part of the future of the additive manufacturing. Trek and Cannondale are looking to become more eco-friendly, both using more recyclable products. Trek are claiming that they're going to become plastic-free and 100% recyclable, using what they call a circular lifestyle for all of their product packaging. So anything that the bike arrives in, well, it can be recycled and reused, which is amazing. Cannondale say they're going to use FSC certified cardboard with natural plant-based inks and biodegradable fiber reinforced tape. So absolutely everything that bike comes packaged up in can be recycled and reused, which is amazing, considering they reckon their old packaging produced around 20 litres of landfill waste, as most of it wasn't recyclable. So that's a huge change on both those companies' parts, and given the size of those companies, that's going to make a huge difference to well, the future of cycling there. Moving along swiftly then, Oscar Nagy CP Gang edit has gone live today and is well worth a look. There is tons of crazy tricks in there, including chainless cab drops. We've got opposite tricks, double flips, all sorts of crazy technical riding from the up-and-coming Chromag rider, and some amazing camera work as well, actually, from Victor Shazar. So good job, those boys, churning out another absolute belter of a video. On slightly more sadder news, well, Drew Bezanson, BMX rider and slopestyle rider now and again, has had a terrible car crash. So we wish you all the best. Hope you get well soon, mate. Over in the GMBN shop, we've got more fresh merch for you. The new Adventure long sleeve mountain bike jersey is now available for your purchasing pleasure. Built for getting out there into the woods, and with some great logos on the front and the back, this thing is sure to turn some eyes. The new jerseys are great, actually. I'm loving them. They have a much better fit. The fabric on them is amazing. You'd be crazy not to go over, check that out and have a little look. So head on over to GMBN.shop.com for that one. And then finally, sadly, more crash news. Thomas Lemoyne has gone down pretty hard lately and requiring a little bit of dental work to get himself back up and running. So I hope you fix up ASAP, buddy. You know, we want to see you back and shredding all sorts of stylish comps as soon as they're back on. But in the meantime, he's been keeping busy releasing rap videos under the name Lil Moyne. So the guy's multi-talented. And speaking of rap videos, well, if you haven't seen it yet, check out Blake's How Hard Can You Shred a Rigid, where he spat some bars and, well, check it out.
Oh, I know this tune for this, man. I'm too sexy for my forks. Too sexy for my forks. Too sexy for...
Tune for the song, Wanda.
I'm too sexy for my forks. Too sexy for my forks. Too sexy for my forks.
What the heck was that? Did I just watch? Poof. Anyway, that's the news. Back to you guys.
Yep, some interesting news there, especially the Atherton bike stuff. I think that's sort of, can't wait to see what happens there. But Martyn, you're trying to give me a bit of an earful at the start of the show. What are you talking about?
Well, what I want to get into, right, is that in 2020, we've had such a strange situation where we've basically had hardly any racing or normality in racing, even though we did get some races at the end of the season. So it means that the pro season has been demolished. But unbelievably, because of all the lockdown and people trying to get out and be healthy in those times where they weren't allowed to leave their houses very much for anything other than exercise, cycling has boomed. We've had record sales.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting to, Neil, right, is what is the point of pro racing? If it doesn't happen and cycling can still boom, why are loads of people like you getting paid loads of money to race down hills?
Well, I've never been paid loads of money to race down hills, but I take your point. Yeah, I get it. I don't think racing is important to every mountain biker. I mean, that's obvious. But I think for certain people, it is important. And this year has reminded me how much that racing and sport, especially I'm on the other side of the fence now, I've been there and retired. You know, when I was racing, it was the most important thing in the world. Now I'm on the other side of the fence, I don't believe it's important at all, except for the fact I really, really enjoy it as sport. I think sport specifically in the last year has become more important to me because it is literally light relief. So there's nothing very important, I don't think personally, about sport, but it's important to me because it makes me feel well, I really enjoy it. It's really fun watching racing, probably more than actually doing it, to be honest. I love watching it.
Well, there's the inspiration angle, and I guess I'm putting an awful lot on your shoulders here that you have to defend the whole of professional mountain biking. But I think, you know, the World Cup Downhill Series, it's the Formula One series of mountain biking. Yeah. And basically, the last 4 rounds were squeezed into just 2 locations, and the guy who won in 2001 won in 2020. So what's really happened?
Well,
was there any point? Greg Menars closed it down, and we didn't have any Olympics.
No.
Save that.
Olympics, I think, I'm looking forward to Olympics next year now. I think great, something to look forward to. Greg Menard is a one-off. He'll be winning races as long as he decides to, I think. But actually, I really enjoyed the 4 downhill races, 2 and 2 weekend. I think we should do that next year. Let's have 12 World Cups next year, 2 each weekend. I really enjoyed watching the same track with different races on it, especially on a Friday afternoon. I can pretend I'm working, I can be watching mountain bike racing. And then Sunday, I get to do it again. I get to go for a ride.
So you actually think that the double headers were
I loved
cool?
it. I don't think it was that popular with races because it's double the work. And actually, they split the prize money as well. So it was half prize money for each race. And they were working hard, you know, doing 2 races a weekend. It's pretty tough, I suppose, for downhillers at least.
That is scandalous.
Scandalous.
That is scandalous, yes.
But, yeah.
I guess my other point was that, you know, I hate to bring up trials, right? But, okay, you've got all this money going on people racing down hills.
Yeah.
And then for way less money, if you share it between the 3 people, Hans Ray, Danny McCaskill, Fabio Wibmer.
Yeah.
Think how many people, those 3 riders who never do any racing in professional terms, Fabio Wibmer a little bit, just do video edits. Think how many mountain bikers they've brought to the sport.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to use the word influencer because it seems just, it's like a bad word to say, but that's what racers and athletes have always been, influencers, and that's why brands throw money at the best racers because they influence people to buy their brand of bike. We've definitely got the Formula One analogy where they're not necessarily buying specialised demos or Santa Cruz V10s, but they want probably to buy a Santa Cruz from that, and that is influencing people as Fabio Wibmer is by, you know, getting millions of views on YouTube and Instagram. So there's comparisons between the two, and what Fabio Wibmer and what racing is doing is equally as unimportant, but important to a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's a fair point. I guess it's not important. It's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I guess something that's true is the Athertons that we just heard about in the news. You know, their bike, their marketing is their racing.
Yeah.
That is the brand.
I mean, it would be really interesting to see where this goes we know that companies are selling lots of e-bikes. And, you know, I was maybe dubious about e-bike racing. I've said this before, but the EWSE, I've loved it. I thought that's a brilliant new form of racing. There will always be some skeptics on e-bikes and racing, but I think that's great. And they're selling lots of those bikes. So our e-bike manufacturers are going to start pushing their money into other parts of racing and taking it away from others. Hopefully they'll just spend more money on all of it and we'll get great series of racing everywhere, but we'll see.
We'll see. The pots are only so big. It's very interesting how this all pans out. We'll see how racing will develop in the future and where the big spend will go. We'll have to see. But I guess the one thing I would say about racing is something like EWS, at least the bikes are being developed that we're going to ride.
Yeah, it looks much more like your average mountain bike. Having said that, though, you probably wouldn't, most mountain bikes probably wouldn't want to ride my Maze's bike because it's set up unusual, should I say. It's, you know, it's got a small cassette. There's loads of different things on there that it's definitely still a thoroughbred race bike for an elite racer, but it is the frame and wheels and bars that someone else like I could ride.
All right, well, I think I've grilled you enough on it. It will be very interesting to hear all of your comments out there in the below the video today, because we want to see what you think about racing. Is it important to you? Are you a racer, or has mountain biking kind of moved on from that dinosaur past? I'm trying to make it sound terrible. I'm actually a massive fan of racing, but I had to play the other side of the team today. But let us know in the comments section down below, and we'll see what you guys think. Right, Neil, would you like to take a look in this week's bike bin?
Oh, come on, man.
Man, look at this. First up, we've got an app. I think this must have happened so many times. The Derailleur. We're throwing Miles's Derailleur in the bike bin today on his Orbea Ois. He's been riding down O'Halloran Hill Bike Park, and the old cassette's been caught up in the wheel and been ripped off.
Technical ascent. I wonder if that means, you know, sometimes if the hanger's bent or you haven't set the limit screws up, it can just click on a spoke and it'll pull it in. But yeah, with all that.
Oh, he's done it on a climb.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. He's pedalled it up and then go.
Maybe.
Oh, grim. Well, it's in the bin.
Yeah.
And we've got another one here. Look at this smashed up wheel.
Oh, what's it?
God.
It does say smashed. The wheel, I can't really tell. It looks like
the wheels collapsed. Front wheel too, so that's nasty. This is from Tyler on his Santa Cruz Chameleon.
Why?
Smashed the front wheel in a rut and some rocks. 21 miles per hour he went down. Ooh.
Boom.
I like that he knows it wasn't 20 miles per hour. It was 21. Yeah. 21 miles per hour. So there's some bike bits going in the bike bin. But what about some body parts?
Oh dear. Oh,
it's getting messy. It's getting messy in the bike bin. Look at that ankle. Oh my God. Who's this, Neil?
Luke, riding Silverstar Mountain Resort, landed a jump and my foot slipped off the pedal. Didn't Blake? Isn't this how Blake broke his leg? When he just sort of slipped and jabbed his foot.
Yeah, and he did the same. He broke tib and fib straight across. Really nasty break there. I don't know why I'm laughing.
It's hideous. That's something there's some injuries I look at and think, I really don't want to ever do that, and that's one of them, tib and fib. Ugh.
I've done my ankles more times than I care to remember. It's not fun. And next up, so there you go, Luke's ankle's in the bin, and we've got Jack's clavicle.
Oh.
Look at that, there's a bit missing.
Holden Forest.
Pointing downwards.
OTB after slipping on wet roots. Clavicle's your shoulder blade, isn't it?
Yeah, crack. Look at that. That should be going up like that, and it's snapped down. Nasty stuff. The bike bin is fast becoming one of my favourite parts of the show. Oh my God. If you've got anything you would like to put in the bike bin, a broken bike, a broken part, or a broken person, then send it into our uploader. Remember, we are not interested in warranty issues. Bikes can break, and it's not the manufacturer's fault all the time. So just send us things in for fun so we can have a look at it and think how crazy mountain biking really is. Right, time for some hacks and bodges.
Right. What do we give away now, Martin? I've forgotten. Hacks and bodges. What do they win for the best hack or bodge?
In hacks and bodges, we are giving away a lovely GMBN race top. They are gorgeous.
Nice.
The new ones
there are
the new
some
ones
freshies as well in the store. Some buttes.
Ooh, some really. I got sent one the other day.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if it's in the store yet, but it's so cool.
Top secret.
So cool. Yeah, it might be top secret that one, so I'm not going to get myself in trouble. The first Hack and Bodge. Man, this is a massive bodge.
Whoa.
Massive bodge.
Talking about a bike bin. I mean, that's gonna work. Zip ties are pretty good for most things. And actually, have you watched the new Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman? Going off topic slightly, long way up.
I haven't.
And,
no.
and they're riding electric motorbikes, Harleys. Actually, Ewan McGregor, film star, fixes his rear brake. It comes off, so he uses a zip tie to hold it back on. Zip ties are great.
Blimey.
Very good, very handy, and great for fixing broken frames.
Well, Alex has proved he could do it. He went on a 2-hour ride, just 30 minutes into it. He's snapped basically the rear seat stay of his rigid mountain bike.
That's
and
crazy.
Some zip ties have sorted it, which is incredible, and he's rode it out. Absolutely amazing. Surely he went pretty gentle on that one.
I mean,
But it's a box.
it's lucky that you've got that sort of lug there for luggage or whatever to sort of use to strap. It looks like it's pulled it right in perfectly, but yeah.
It's a good fix.
Fixed.
Wonder how long it lasted. Well done, Alex. You're in the running. Next up, we've got, I like this. This is Simplicity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is from
Eric.
Eric. Is he a plumber, do you think?
It's got to be in it. Look at that. That's a great bit of work, isn't it? It's very, very cool. So basically, it's a bike stand, and that just, what's that, slot into the bottom bracket?
Yeah, it's
into the hole
copper.
in the bottom.
Copper's quite
Yeah.
sort of bendy though, isn't it? I wonder how strong that is. Must be good enough.
Yeah, well, it's standing the bike up there, very simple, and obviously would go nice and flat against the wall, but keep your bike upright. Good job, good job. I do kind of like the copperness. You know what I mean? The look of it. It's very cool. It's a bit steampunk.
Yeah.
I like that. Now, lastly, I think this is my favourite this week. It's from Kyle, and he's just simply bought an L-bend adapter for his. What is it called?
So
Oh my
it's
god!
an air valve on his dropper post, so
Air valve.
so you don't have to take your seat off to get to it.
Yeah.
I've never had to adjust mine. Well, maybe I have actually from new. Put a bit more air in.
Yeah, but that is a really simple idea. It's one of those things you might never use, but it probably cost him 20 pence on Amazon. And when he does need to use it, it's going to be so much simpler. So much simpler.
Nice.
So I really like that one, Neil. I don't know if it's worth a race top. I don't know. I'm going to do my normal trick and I'm going to throw it to you, man.
Well,
you decide.
Alex is a bodge. Kind of a zip tie bodge is pretty good, but probably not good enough to win. I think Eric and his homemade bike stand, it's good. Hopefully that's going to inspire people to build their own as well. So.
Eric, congratulations. Yeah. You are the winner of Hacks and Bodges this week, and you get yourself a GMBN race top.
Nice.
How about that?
Into Caption Contest this week, the funniest or the best comment is going to win. What are we winning? A GMBN flask, I believe. Is that right, Martyn?
I'm giving away a GMBN mug today.
Oh, a mug.
I'm feeling that. I think a mug today.
All right.
So let's see. And I think I'm going with mug because the photo is another mug shot of Blake. How many of these have we got, man?
Endless.
We've got so many.
Nice. What is he doing here?
Endless. Oh God, I don't know. But I'm going from last week's Poo Fest in the comments. We're on a very similar place. Robert Moore starts us off.
Yep.
When you get your own poo on your own finger.
Gross.
Unbelievably, that's all Blake talked about last week.
The tone starts off low, and it does go up marginally. Yari Gesink says, when you see a road bike on the local downhill jump track.
Yeah.
Don't see that very often, to be fair.
No, you don't. And the Beast 1222333, catchy name, says when you watch the bike bin. Oh, it is a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The bike bin is a bit like that. Yeah. Oh my God, what has happened there? I don't want to give it. I don't want to give it to Robert because it's just more poo humour.
Yeah. Jokes.
We're gonna go with Put a nice image in my head. Let's go with Jan Guessing. You are this week's winner. You've got yourself a GMBN mug.
Nice.
But we want you all to play along and try and win yourself a mug. So here's this week's caption photo. Thankfully, it's not another one of Blake's face. See if you can get out the poo bin and give us a great caption for that. Right, time for the bike vault. Neil, are you ready?
I am.
See everyone's bikes. Look at this. We're starting off. I love this bike. It's in Blake Green. It's from Alexander. It's his nuke-proof Scout.
Very colourful. Where's that colour? That must be Finland or Scandinavia.
Yeah, I think so.
Shimano. What's that? XT on the back. Ooh, look at all the colours.
Magura MT7 brakes, 200mm rotors. What's he got? A travel fit dropper, 210mm.
Yeah, you've got a
Nice.
Marzocchi bomber up front. I think that's good. You don't see that many bombers around. I think it's a good looking fork.
I hate to say it, I'm coming round to the tan walls.
I think
I really don't like saying it.
It's a pretty good looking bike, that. Some good colours on it. Super nice.
Yes, and keep the bell ringing, Neil, because Vern has sent me in a Cannondale. Look at that. Super nice.
Come on, Martin. Look at
That's ace.
Look at that. Have you seen the handlebars? I mean,
Yeah, it's great. It's Cannondale. It's got Cannondale written on the down tubelet. It's great. It's great. What could be wrong with it?
yeah, if you say so.
I'm a big fan. Vern, you get a super nice. Next up, we've got, wow.
Look, I used to just drool over these bikes. The AMP Research in Reykjavik. That fork, I've never ridden one of these. I mean, that was like an ultimate 90s bike. That would have been crazy money in the 90s. Flight
That's
titanium saddle, Chris King headset, Street Wings crank set from 99. Ooh.
It's hot, that one. That is hot.
I'm ringing the retro bell.
Yeah, that is definitely super nice. I could just stare at that bike all day. I'm going to have to move on. Next up, we have got... Oh, this is pretty. It's a Vitus?
Vitus,
Not
I
sure.
believe.
It's Vitus from Brendan.
In Kinver. I know that little place. I haven't been there for years. It was a great little spot for riding.
Yeah, what are you thinking on that colourway?
It looks cool. I think any downhill bike looks good. I like it. Looks, the way they're sort of sat low and slack. They're just good looking bikes.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty. We're giving it.
I think it's nice.
It's nice.
It looks cool.
It's a nice bike.
Yeah.
It's nice. Next up, we have got Kyle's Specialised Stump Jumper.
I think that's a good looking bike. The just shape of it looks right. I like this sort of asymmetric, the frame sort of wraps around that side of the shock, and it looks cool.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Got some nice bits on there. Chris King hubs. Yeah. We've got some really one-up alloy pedals, one-up bars, one-up bash guard. Some nice things on there. It's not much wrong with it. What are you going with, Neil? I mean, you've set a bit of a precedent. The last one was very good, and you only gave it a nice.
I think that's a super nice for me.
What?
Stump. That's a good looking bike.
Man, the Vitus dude was robbed. Okay, next up we've got Christoph's Propane.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's stealth.
We get quite a few propanes in the bike vault. I'm always kind of surprised, but I guess it's a popular brand.
Yeah.
But yeah, we see quite a lot. It looks the shock position looks kind of, I don't know, unusual.
Yeah. Now you've pinpointed that, I can't get my eye off it, and it's ruined the lines of the bike for me a bit. It's a bit messy in the middle there. It's a bit messy.
This is Christoph's. It's got Magura MT7s. Great brace, super powerful.
Christoph, there's nearly nothing wrong with it. It's nice. It's nice. Next up, we've got Max.
Oh, cross-country bike. It's a Santa Cruz Tallboy CC.
Wow, that's got some colours.
Has got some colours.
That's a lot of colour.
I got this bike from a cross-country racer who's selling it for a ridiculous price, and I just had to get it. Nice.
That's not a good reason to get a bike if it's very highly priced.
No, I think
it's not
ridiculously
necessarily
good. I presume that's
okay.
what he means. Not.
Okay.
It was ridiculous. It was loads of money, but I bought it.
It's got too many colours for me, man. I just can't. I love orange, but mixing it with, all that.
It's got orange hopes on there, Martin. I thought that'd be enough to shut you up.
yeah, it's hard to. It's nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. Is it any more than that? I don't know.
I mean, Santa Cruzes quite often get a super nice. I don't know what their nice to super nice ratio is, but I would say it's pretty high.
Yeah, well, this is one where they didn't get it. Thanks. Oh no, we're out of the bike vault on that bombshell. That absolute bombshell. But let's keep the pace going, actually, because I think if I don't, I might get in trouble for that last non-super nice.
Yep.
Let's head into some fails and sends and see what you guys have been getting up to, whether it went right or whether it went wrong.
DJ Raj doing jumping. Watch out!
What a week it has been. Fantastic stuff from all you guys out there. Neil, thanks for letting me get into the shed again, getting me on the screen. I appreciate it.
Hey, no worries. I've enjoyed it. Thanks, Martyn.
Yeah, it's been a great show. Now, remember, if you want to get involved in the Dirt Shed show, we've got the uploader. It's in the description down below. You can send us your hacks and bodges, your fails and sends. You can send us a bike vault picture or anything for the bike bin. Send it all in to GMBN and you can be part of the show. Till next time, say goodbye.
See ya.